chaotic multitasking is detrimental to the brain. You may pride yourself on your ability to multitask. While all of your other coworkers are focusing on one project at a time, you're slowly chipping away at 5. You seem to get your work done much faster than anybody else in the office. Yet, there's a problem. Chronic multitasking might actually be destroying your brain and how it functions. So, let's talk about how your multitasking might actually be doing more harm than good to your brain. Reduced long-term memory. There's one thing for sure about multitasking: it makes you feel extremely productive at the moment. The problem is that multitasking negatively impacts the areas of your brain that are responsible for memory. A study conducted at Stanford University found that people who multitask quite frequently are unable to accurately recall events and information from their past. These deficits were seen in both short-term and long-term memory. The study also revealed that multitasking made concentration and focus a more difficult task for all involved. Lower IQ. The fact of the matter is that multitasking does much more than impair your memory. It also can impact your functional intelligence for a period of time. That was a topic that was heavily researched by scientists at the University of London. This particular study found that the effects of multitasking actually reduced the IQ of male participants by up to 15 points. These results were comparable or even significantly worse than going 24 hours without sleep or smoking marijuana. That means your ability to do quality work might be affected. More distractions. You see your ability to multitask as a difficult skill to master, but your multitasking might actually be the result of your inability to focus. That was the central focus of a study published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology. This research found that multitaskers are more likely to become distracted, even while juggling several projects at once. This can lead to lower productivity as well as an increased amount of time to finish a particular task. Multitasking might actually not be as productive as you think it is. Brain damage. There's no doubt that a lot of the effects of multitasking are short-term: distractions, short-term memory loss, and lower IQ. What you might not know is that multitasking might actually be damaging your brain. That was discovered in a study at the University of Sussex, with researchers finding that multitasking physically changes the structure of the brain. In particular, multitasking reduced the amount of gray matter found in the anterior cingulate cortex. This is the area responsible for attention, decision-making, and impulse control. Increased risk of mental health issues. Perhaps the most significant impact of multitasking is the eventual development of mental health disorders like anxiety. The increased rate at which you're bouncing between 2 projects at work might be what causes your mind to go into overdrive. You might find yourself frantically trying to get a million things done at once and generally feeling overwhelmed. Not only can multitasking cause anxiety, but it can also continue to make it worse. This excessive anxiety can ruin your productivity and cause severe mental distress. Final thoughts. Multitasking is definitely something we're used to in order to stay productive at work, but what you might not know is that your multitasking habit could actually be hurting your productivity. Instead of trying to get everything done at once, try to dedicate your attention to a single task at once. This will improve your ability to focus and overall increase the quality of work that you're able to produce. In the long run, monotasking will always prevail. Improving your memory. We have discussed above how multitasking may affect your short and long-term memory abilities. However, there are personal training programs you can use to greatly improve the quality of your memory. You could even develop what is known as photographic memory. This is the ability to remember what you actually see. This could be events, people, documents that you look at quickly but are able to recall them accurately weeks or even months later. I have a blog post that discusses this more. Zox Train Your Memory. Take a look and see how you can move from having a fluff brain to a memory genius. Link in the description.